the way both these countries are advancing and progressing in mixed martial arts, it's beautiful. We are very cricket dominant countries. A lot of cricket has been watched, played, supported, put money into. But finally, mixed martial arts is getting that traction. We exchanged flags. I initiated the exchange of the flag, even though I want to fight. And when I said peace through sport, even though there were no spectators there, but I was sure that the cameras would get it.
Uloomi, so thanks a lot for taking time out for this pre-fight interview series with
No
us.
problem.
So, like, how's the preparations going for the fight?
Alhamdulillah, the preparation is going great. Ever since we found out that the fight is on, we've been working. We've been just on to the work, so it's going great. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so now this fight has been in the making for like more than 2 years now. So how do you
Yeah.
feel now that it's finally happening?
For any fighter, a fight of such caliber, a fight of such credibility, it always matters a lot. And we're always hungry to fight, and especially when it's such a good competition, and we always want to get in there, give our best and showcase our skills. So I'm finally, to be honest, I'm relieved that this is actually happening. This is finally happening. This brings my comeback to the Braves ring as well, to the Braves circle, to the Braves cage, and it's just that we've been waiting for a very long time, and it's finally happening. So I'm relieved.
Okay, so you mentioned about returning to the Brave cage. So it's been
Yeah.
like nearly like 2 years, right, since you fought in Brave. So how do you
Over
feel
two
that
years,
now you're
almost 2.5 years. Yeah.
yeah? So how do you feel now that you are returning to Brave and that too in Bahrain?
Returning to Brave is, I have huge respect for Brave. Such a prestigious organization, taking care of their athletes and the way they treat their athletes, I don't think anyone else does. And fighting for Brave once again, it's surreal. It's a beautiful feeling, and I'm glad to be back in Brave. And that too, and the at the and the opening card of the entire fight month. To be honest, the Brave King, the Combat Kingdom is back on. We have amazing 4 or 5 events lined up, and being on the very first event is an honor, is an absolute honor for me.
Okay, so have you been focusing on anything in particular in your preparation for the fight? And how has been your camp so far? Like, have you been training in Pakistan or have you been training with Team Fairtex?
To be honest, I had been training with Team Fairtex, and when I came back, we brought all the knowledge, and I've been in touch with my coaches at Fairtex as well. And they've been telling me, they've been guiding me through social media, and they've been guiding me, how to take my training. And there's nothing special in this training, to be honest, because we've been, our training schedule, our training regimen is as such that we keep on training everything. We don't care about how our opponent fights or what he does or what he doesn't do, what his style is like. We make sure that we're sound and covered in every area and in every aspect. So we just keep training, all the time for everything.
Okay, so now a lot has been happening in the Pakistan MMA circuit. So, and you have been part of the same for a long time now. So, how do you see this progression of the sport in the country at this moment?
Honestly, at this point, the sport has grown so much. I am so glad that the sport has grown so much, not only in Pakistan but India as well. I mean, I am familiar with the MMA scene in India as well, and I do know a lot of fellow Indians athletes, basically MMA athletes, and I've been following, and said like the first name that comes in my mind is like Sarjitendra Khare. I've been following that journey as well, and watching this as well, and the way both these countries are advancing and progressing in mixed martial arts, it's beautiful. We are very cricket dominant countries. A lot of cricket has been watched, played, supported, put money into, but finally, mixed martial arts is getting that traction. Mixed athletes of mixed martial arts are bringing that awareness to everyone in our own respective countries. It's beautiful that a sport of such a of such caliber is now coming on top, and people have started watching it, people have started following it, and slowly and gradually, not only for the generation of this time, but the up and coming generations, they will have more and more talent. They will have more and more opportunities to perform and showcase that what they've got. And the sport is, yes, itself, it's growing amazingly. It's growing, it's getting huge. We're having multiple shows here in Pakistan. We have Brave Gym in Pakistan. We have Flogger series, and there's another Pakistan fighting championship happening. So there's a lot of events that are happening. There are a lot of and not to forget the Shaheen MMA management, the Shaheen management, and them guys, conducting shows and hosting shows and having fight nights. So things are going there slow. I mean, you would who else would know better than you that the condition in our countries is as such that we can't promote sport a lot, but still in this time the slow growth is what we need the most, and slowly the 1% better every single day. So that is what's happening, and we are going towards good things.
So how important do you think your fight with Farhad will be to this, will add on to this progression of the sport in the country?
I personally think that this fight's getting and it's going to get a lot of traction, a lot of eyes on this fight, since I'm one of the veterans in Pakistan, and it's my fight after 2.5 years. Everybody has been waiting for my fight, and everyone's been asking me, when are you fighting next? When are you fighting next? When are you fighting next? Who are you fighting? And finally, when this has happened, and a lot of people are contacting me that we've been waiting for this moment for such a long time. It's finally happening, and everyone's waiting for it. And then Farhad has a good record. He is he's the top bantamweight contender in India, and I'm sure he has a lot of following as well, and a lot of people are eyeing him as well. So it's great to see that. To me personally, I mean, it's just that this fight means a lot in such a way that it's good for the growth and progression of the sport in both the countries. Other than that, it's just another fight.
Awesome. Now, coming to Farhad, like, what's your take on him, and how do you see this fight playing out, considering the skill set that you to have?
I've, as you heard me say in the Braves interview as well, that I know he's a tough guy, and he looks physically tough, and he's fought some good fights. He's a hard-hitting guy, that I know for a fact. But my specialty is that you hit me hard, and I keep coming in your face, and I keep getting in your face, and it's like I stick to you. I don't get off so easy. So whatever it is, I've always said my fights have been always fireworks, and this fight is going to be no less than fireworks.
Awesome. Now, the India-Pakistan angle. It's one of the major storylines in this fight as well. So, what is your take on that particular thing? Like, everyone has their own perception. What's your take on the whole India-Pakistan rivalry?
I remember Farhad mentioning the first time he called me out, he said he has a win over a Pakistani, and I was I trying to recall that which Pakistani lost to which Pakistani has won in India, fought an Indian guy in MMA, and then I realized it was I think Super Fight League somewhere in Dubai, and then I realized, I was like, okay, that's what it is, and after that, I have also fought, I fought Yad Singh. Mad props to that guy, man. What a hell of a fighter he is. So I have so much respect for Yad. After I fought him, we exchanged flags. I initiated the exchange of the flag, even though I won the fight. And when I said peace through sport, even though there were no spectators there, but I was sure that the cameras would get it. The mic and the cameras would get it, and whoever would watch the video, they would know that okay, these guys are rooting for peace through sports, and that is that's one of my support system. My sister, my sponsor, Diesel Diva. Shout out to Diesel Diva. Her message as well, peace through sports, and that is exactly what we've been doing as well. Bridging the gaps through sport, and that's exactly how it's going to be for me, and that's exactly how it is for me. That after the fight. After I get my hand raised, I'm just gonna, we're just gonna exchange the flags. We're gonna hug it out, shake hands, and say the same thing, that we're not politicians, or we're not the media people. We're not TV stars, or we're not those kind of people who would who would, to get traction or to get viewers, you would say, oh, I beat an Indian guy, I beat a Pakistani guy. We're not those kind of people. We're athletes. Athletes are meant to be and supposed to be the ambassadors of peace for their country. And that is, I don't know about Farhad, but that is what I am to, in my eyes, for my country. And, it's going to be staying the same.
Awesome, great. Now, lastly, like,
Yeah.
what if you had a message for the fans and Mohammed Farhad? What would it be?
Tune in 11th March. Watch the fight, spread the word, and promote the sport. And for Mohammed Farhad, may the best man win.
Awesome. So, thanks a lot, Uloomi, for taking time out
Thank
once
you,
again.
brother.
So, we'll wrap up
Thank
the
you so
interview and
much.
all the best for your fight.
Thank you so much, brother.
Excited to see you
Appreciate
back
it.
in the
Thank you.
news. Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
so much.